Totally lost you.
Oh, I see you twice.
I'm having a really hard time hearing Larry and Kelly. I don't know. I can hear everyone else well, but I'm having a hard time hearing Larry.
You guys
It
turn
could
your
be
volume up on your computer?
Think it is Max.
My volume's at maximum, I know that.
I can get a headphones or at least have a mic a little bit clearer sometimes.
I don't know. I was just gonna go to settings here, so it's just-
And we hear everybody loud and clear.
I sometimes have trouble hearing Kelly, but I don't know if it's because she's a little ways away from the computer. I'm not sure. But I'm also deaf in one ear, so that doesn't help.
Kelly's a low talker.
I'm a low talker. I'm not a yeller. Well, sometimes I am. I try not. That and I'm still kind of stuffed up, so yeah, that probably doesn't help either. And I did cardio today, and my lungs are a little bit sore.
Did we lose them? Yeah.
We did.
I'm
Okay, we're gonna try this again.
gonna try this again.
Are you sure you want to stop meeting highlights and?
Yes,
Oh, is it actually recording still?
I think it is. Yep, it's
I thought
that
when you shut
started.
shit off,
No, when you came back, I think it came back. Is what I got out of it. Hi, Rolly.
All right, Rolly.
Happy New Year. Oh, and happy birthday to Danny and
Thank you.
Nick. Anybody
Thank
else?
you.
Thank you.
So, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna go back, just kind of go through what I did with it and share. And as I said, the PDF is there. And the other PDF, well, it's not a PDF. Another spreadsheet I'd like to share with everybody is the team tracker, and I kind of go through that a little bit here as well. Okay, so it was really going on about what is your focus, was the first part. So thinking back over the last year about something that you were proud of. And I had gone on about how one of the things I was very proud of was our relationships with our children, especially our adult children. We have 3 kids that are older and are very involved in our life and still want to be involved in our life. And I take a lot of pride in that. Like, I mean, that's got to mean something. So that was something that I put down that I was very proud of. We spend a lot of time with our adult children, and they truly are some of our best friends in life. So that was something that I kind of went through, even all of our kids and the quality of relationships I got to build last year, especially for myself. I finished off homeschooling the boys at the end of June. It was a really, really, really good year um, for bonding and creating relationships with my children. What was unfinished business, and this was kind of it was personal, and I'm just going to leave that to myself because that was a personal thing that I wanted to deal with as I got into the new year. But again, yourselves, I'm sure there's something everyone has in a personal relationship life somewhere that would be worth resolving, and yeah, I definitely have one of those things. When were you the happiest last year, and what were you doing, and who were you doing it with? I shared that I was the happiest when we were either on vacation or at weddings with friends or hosting our son's wedding here. I'm getting to find out that we were going to be grandparents. I had some really great moments that were super happy, and they all involve being with people that we loved and definitely our children. So yeah, again, something that sparked a little bit of my why. This is why we do what we do. Um, ooh, Oh, looking back, what time of day did you notice that you were most productive? Looking back throughout the year, Larry and I, throughout the year, had really good habits of getting up early. They weren't always, but definitely had moments where like getting up early, and that was always my most productive time of day, and still is. If I can be up between 5 and 7, I can often get more done than I can get between. I mean, I swear to God, 9 and noon some days, probably 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, it's just my most productive time of day is in those really early morning hours, and I use my time wisely in those hours. Um, what was the new, oh, what new and inspiring people did you meet last year, and who do you want to get closer to next year? I talked about we went to a lovely get together in Airdrie. I was able to meet Don, who actually came and spoke with us just a few weeks ago. Him and his lovely wife were someone we met there. We also got to see Chris and Karen McCullen. I got to meet Brenda, who I have worked out with for months and months before that. So it was really cool to meet her in person. And who do I want to be able to spend more time with? Well, last year we had the opportunity, well, we had the invite to go to Revelstoke and spend some time with some really good friends that we've met through the dream team that we have no connection with financially, just people we really, really enjoy spending time with. And unfortunately, our time schedule just didn't allow it. So I'm really hoping that's something that we can do next year. Oh, what are the core areas in your life that you want to see a place, like a difference? So we're talking health, finance, relationship, business. Finance, I put a weight limit. I wrote it down. That's where I want to be by December 2022. Financing, I want to have our farm set and at least running. Our debt that we want gone, the rest of it completely finished. And I'd like to be making close to $300,000 with an adjunct by the end of this calendar year. Relationship, I want more quality time with my husband. We have amazing relationships with our children. We spend so much time with them and quality time, really, really put towards them, but sometimes it's us that gets that lacking. Business, farming for spring of 2022, April, construction. We really have some cool goals with some tiny houses, and we can't wait to see where that goes from there. Homeworks family, this is a huge one, and this one definitely affects all of you. I want to be 6A2 by June of 2022, so that doesn't leave me very long between now and then, and I know my stacked account isn't far, but that means that someone else in our community has got to hit 6A with me to get there. So I'm really excited to see like where that goes, and I have honest, true belief that that's where I will be in June.
I'm going to hit 6E by June.
I love it.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Cheers to you. All right. Health, and it was the next part of this part was what are some things that I can do that would get me there? For my health, definitely getting back involved with my positive shift live workouts. Let's be honest, when you're in front of a camera with a whole bunch of people, do you work harder than you probably do all by yourself when nobody's watching? Absolutely, you do. So today was my first day back, and it felt good. But holy, I mean, I've been good with my strength training, my cardio, I have not. And my poor sick lungs were like, whoa. But it was good. For financing, it was for Emma and I, it's with was towards our farm. We have to make an appointment with Farm Credit so we can start the plans to develop our chicken establishment further. More to come on that later. Not part of this, but anyways, where are we here? Oh, for us, it was relationship time. It's really being, intentional with our time, making sure our phones are away, being very strict about that time in the morning when we get up, that phones are a part of that as well. So yeah, just being very mindful of that, and hopefully getting to maybe set some more dates as, I don't know, if the world ever allows it. For our business, again, it's being up at 5 a.m., working on that together, increasing our budget so that our budget per day by June is $150. Masterminds for our team, bringing folks on with lots of knowledge to share. Again, things that I can do that can help increase your knowledge in your business.
changers.
You can take that one away. Your intentions. So what are your intentions with this business? And I really thought this was a neat place to stop and realize, like, what are your goals? So what is it success to me to you? Was it being able to quit your job and replace your income with this business? Is it maybe to keep your career that you have now because you love it and enjoy it and maybe supplement it with this business? So, like, I mean, those are two different goals in mind. And mine obviously was to replace my income. The terms of your income goals. What is your priority? To create some additional monthly income for your household. So you know what, maybe you guys can go out to the movies and go out and eat and save up for a trip to Disney. Or is it to create a business that provides financial security for your retirement? And I said retirement, yes, but we're young. And I really struggle with, I'm not ready to retire. I don't want to retire. I have a lot of goals and I have a lot of things left in my life that I want to do. But unfortunately, all of them need a lot of, some financial backing to do them. So in order to find that, I mean, I've found it. And like, we have big goals in mind, especially when it comes to providing food I want to feed hundreds of thousands of people maybe one day. Like, I don't know. Who knows where it ends, right? Like, so I don't want to have small mind. But I definitely need some support to get there. So this is a vehicle to get me there and to provide those things that I need to get even more out of life. So it definitely has different goals for everybody. What are you looking forward to? What will I use this money for? What it generates, right? Again, very much for us. I mean, I don't know if you want to share there at all, but that's something that we have other businesses that we want to grow and establish, and we want an empire and a world for our kids beyond even imagine. We want to be our own brand, so that our kids have the security long term, right? And when we say our kids, like, we have a lot of kids, and it kills me. He spends in camp stuck in a room all by himself because there's a COVID outbreak, literally with nobody. Like, that's not the future I want for them. So beyond what I want for me, I want huge for them. I mean, next year they have a child. Like, that's just not a possibility. Like, there's no way I would be okay with that. So yeah, I've got some really big goals in mind and a whole lot of people that they involve. So looking right, and then these are things like, if you look into your future, where do I see myself work? Who do I see myself working with? Well, I definitely see myself working with our children, but I see myself working with people that are looking for that sustainable life. And maybe it's just that sustainable income to keep yourselves and your family happy and comfortable in a retirement setting or whatever that is for you. Or, and that might only be $5,000 to $10,000 a month where you are more than comfortable. For me, like, that's just not going to cut it. But I also have, like, crazy, wild, outrageous baby dreams at the moment. Yeah, so what is the biggest monetary hurdle that I need to overcome in order to succeed? And mine is, I tell myself no before ever finding the actual information out. So whether it's about starting a farm that I've wanted to do for years, but I'm afraid I'm going to go in as a woman and apply for this stuff, and they'd be like, no, that you can't do this. So because I'm afraid that's the answer I'm going to get, I don't take that action. So I've decided this year I am letting other people say no to me, and it's okay. It's okay if people say no to me. This is my year to not say no to myself. So that's one of the huge hurdles I need to get over to be successful, and not just in that place, in many other places in my life. In order to achieve success, I'm willing to sacrifice the following to make it happen. And for me, and especially this year, if I have these very large goals in mind, I think I'm probably going to have to sacrifice a beach somewhere that I would much rather be on and enjoying, but that's just not the reality of being able to have these really big goals this year and moving forward and having the time and the space for something like that. So yeah, I'm willing to make sacrifices to make this thing happen so that my future entitles time sitting on the beach, relaxing and enjoying. And sometimes I just have to be able to make sacrifices, and that's a hard pill to swallow sometimes, but we do all need to be, and especially when there's only so much time.
Mhm.
Yes. All right, your actions. And this one was a little bit of a hard pill to swallow because there was a lot of stuff that I had to put no to. And that's not much fun. Actions. Do you track your progress? My progress is so far behind in my tracking that we don't even want to discuss it. But I do have some, because I've stepped up mine, I brought it for you guys too. All right. Have you printed off the success checklist and keep on it? I went looking for the success checklist. There was a couple of references to checklists. I don't think they were the ones that they were referring to. And in this mastermind, there was no other PDF. So I'm not sure what the success checklist was, and I didn't have time to rewatch the whole mastermind, and it's kind of old. Do you track your monthly budget and finances? When I'm doing well, yeah, I usually am. Have I recently? No. Have you created checklists for your daily, weekly, and monthly tasks? Recently? Nope. Do you participate in a coaching group? Yes, I participate in our group. I do participate in other groups throughout our community as well. We had 10 masterminds. We're very good about attending them, and I'm very good about trying to catch the replay if I do miss. Do you go through the training regularly? Nope. I actually did do that today and went back and made sure that, went through some of the updated stuff. Pointed out a few updated things for Larry. Even in the coaches end, there was some updated stuff that we needed to go through. Have you completed the training of the Facebook end of it? Very much so. Have you? Yeah, all of this stuff. Most of you, I guarantee you, are going to be yes to. Do you test your funnel? We don't have to worry about that anymore. Hallelujah! What a wonderful piece to our.
You do got to go into NAC and make sure it's green.
Working, but you do not have to be the tester. And I
You
did
go
put that
check
on,
your funnel.
I did put that on my list of things to check. Are you set up with a magic? Are you on the back end of a magic where you have access to all of that information? You have access to all of the files. You have access to all of the forms. Anything I have access to in a magic, so do you guys in the back end. And that's an important place just so in the future as you are building your business, you know where things are. So make sure that you have a password and you know it. Because when you need it on a Sunday night or something, it's going to stink when you don't know it. Do you understand that we don't use EWS? Of course, none of us use that. Do you have a reminder set for your UConn, especially if you're building your business and you haven't been renewing that? It's something you might want to really consider if you're going to start, getting in buyers and things like that. Again, you might want to make sure that that is active so you're getting all the commissions that you are available to. This is, again, things as you're approaching your 3A. Have you joined the book club? I don't know if anybody noticed the book club. Again, obviously, not many people are taking part, and they're now giving you up to 3 months, I think, to read one book. So, I mean, guys, it could be an easy month's worth of budget for reading a book and writing a brief essay. The top prize is $300. I mean, definitely worth.
American.
Yeah, 300 American. So, I mean, definitely some pennies in the piggy bank. So worth looking into and checking out the books. And usually the books are very relevant and worthwhile and available at Audible. I like Audible, especially for self-help stuff. Where are we? Okay, you go away. As you're approaching 4A, have you considered stacking and what that's going to look like? Are you understanding it? As you're getting to 4A, again, you're getting to a point where you can be a coach. Is that something, right? Like you're doing? Are you once you become a coach, you're a monitor in the dream team, right? So you need to be available for catching monitored alerts that happen there so you can deal with them and get the right coach tagged with the right information. There is a lot of things that being a coach outside of just coaching you guys that we do in the dream team as part of that role. Joining Positive Shift, is that something that you've done as you hit that 4A and you become a coach? It's something that we definitely, I will admit, when my business is doing well is usually when I'm active and taking care of myself. And we know that there is a huge piece to moving our bodies and success in life. And it's proven in many, many places where we see there being a positive connection between the two. Write down 3 weaknesses that are holding you back And right beside the three things that you can do stronger in those areas. It's pretty vulnerable. I fear people will say no. I'm not enough. I'm not ready for something, and they'll see that in me and automatically tell me that no, I can't do that. And automatically, those are probably the feelings that I'm having of myself and the fears I'm having, and I'm putting that off onto other people. So I just don't take action. The best way to deal with that is letting other people say no to me, and to be brave and to be vulnerable and to do the things that scare me. Number two, one of my other bad habits is waiting to get motivated. And anybody that's waited to get motivated, it's not real helpful, and you don't find a whole lot of motivation that way. So what is something I can do to, start making that a better step in my life is start that engine. Like we're talking about getting up early in your day, getting those things, those high priority things out of your way first, moving your body. We know that when we get that engine moving, that engine will run longer and stronger and harder for us. So yeah, and fueling ourselves well, taking care of our bodies so we have that energy, so we do have that momentum, so we can find that motivation naturally in ourselves, because nobody's coming to tell us to do it. 3, my other bad habit is blaming others for my shortcomings. When I'm feeling like I'm struggling, I tend to blame or attack or not voice my words very well. So that's another thing that I really want to work on, is being vulnerable and saying, I need help. Instead of saying, gosh, you're not doing this, I need to be able to look at someone and say, I need help with, instead of coming at them with the blame. I need blank, fill in the blank. Yeah. All right. The other thing I went ahead and did, and I had done the year before as well, was really planned out what my business looked like. And that meant from day to day what I was doing on those days. So I felt like I had a job, especially for any of us that are feeling like, how is this not a hobby and how is this a job? Making it so that you had things that you had to prioritize and do on certain days like you would if you had a job. So Mondays, I really go out of my way to create my posts, look through the week, what kind of days are coming up, is there any special holidays, is there a right that I need to make a post in regards to, so I can maybe have that pre-done, at least in Canvas, the picture's ready, and I just need to make that post. Another one was I always like to start Monday off with some kind of motivational, something that's personally like written by me that I feel is motivating and inspiring on a Monday post. Often if I do Road to Success, which I haven't done in about 6 weeks, that's on a Monday. So again, that's something that I need to plan and prepare for, because that is part of my job. That is the work that I do. I often post in with the dream catchers that we have a mastermind coming up that night if there is one. And again, getting things ready for that mastermind that we would be having today would be something I would be doing on a Monday. The other thing I thought would be a neat opportunity, the week that we are working together here, I thought Larry and we need a night where we are business oriented. And we've kind of lost that. And I thought Mondays that we're not masterminding with these guys, it would be a great night for us to have a business meeting to see where are we and do we have people tracked in properly? Have we missed anything? That kind of stuff. Does anybody need a follow-up that we need to get on? Just, a really good opportunity for us to check over our business together. Tuesday was checking in on that training. Is there any new updates in the training that I should be going through? Reminder, especially as we're all going to be getting all these brand new business owners coming in, that tonight is Newbie Tuesday. Newbie Tuesdays, guys, Karen and Wade are hosting. Like, I can't imagine. They'd be so much fun. I'm going to go watch them just because I would like to see them. And again, making sure I have my posts ready for my Tuesday workshop and sharing if I know anybody that is in that workshop that night, maybe sharing that I personally know somebody, making it so that it is connected to me and my business, and checking for spots. Monday nights, Tuesday mornings, if you're looking to grab a spot on a workshop, keep an eye out, guys. There's often looking for somebody.
Continuously.
I mean, it's easy throughout the year. I know it's hard to get spots, but if you can snag one, definitely worth peeking around those times. to snag a spot. It's nice to get one kind of, and sometimes they just randomly work with your schedule, right? Yeah. And I know the spots are hard to get, and it's kind of, some people are flaky about it. All right. That being said, we're on Thursday. Yep.
With Wayne and Karen.
Yeah, with Wayne and Karen. I planned that on purpose, so Wednesdays, again, we have our mastermind. If we have a coach's mastermind, it's on Wednesday afternoons. I thought that'd be a great day to work on some new ads for myself, building, getting ready, even if they're ad-like posts that I might be just running off of our page. And planning, I think we need to bring back some fun on our page. And our Friday night socials used to be a lot of good fun. So I thought it might be something that we could look at doing again. If not, maybe something on a Saturday morning, but something I would be planning that out on that day. Thursday, again, peeking into all the training, making sure I haven't missed anything. Workshop post again, checking for spots, and get any ad stuff out that you want to get out on Thursday, because it's not always great to do on Friday. Fridays, I was doing a chat, and I was hoping I would bring it back again. And it was just a visit get-together. But I don't know what time works well for everybody, and I would really like to play it like where we could get, hopefully, as many people as we could open. So I'm even open to doing like a Saturday morning, but maybe we'll put this out later where we can get everybody's opinion on what would be a good time frame to do like a coffee chat where just to check in, visit, get to know one another a little bit, and bounce any ideas that you might have had throughout the week, and just keep you maybe a little bit more focused on your business throughout that week. So Fridays, check over ads, make sure everything looks good and nothing needs to be maybe shut off or slowed down for the weekend. And I thought Fridays would be a great day to book ahead and look and see if I need to book anybody for new masterminds. So I went ahead, I even made like daily checklists. I won't go into complete boredom with you guys, but I mean as simple as making sure that I'm making posts on my page, checking in on flots, checking in on NAC, putting a post in with you guys, because I'm not always good for that either. I'm doing my gratitudes, doing my workouts, making sure I'm reading something where I'm learning and growing. Another thing daily that I think I find a lot of value, people I enjoy to follow on social media use their stories lots. It's something I wish I was a little bit more comfortable with, so I need to do more of. Weekly would be a coffee chat with my dream catchers, going through my insights, checking my budgets. Larry said maybe that would be a good opportunity to make sure that all of your funnels are running well in NAC. Like any of those kind of housekeeping kind of things that you would be doing on a weekly. Monthly, I didn't get that far. But like I got some masterminds planned. Yeah, I don't know. I just really spent some time planning intentionally my business, like it was a business, not a hobby. And that is my goal for the next year. I have some really, really big things I want to do, and that means I really need to be intentional with my time and my planning and my goals and my actions, especially. Actions are the only things that'll get me where I want to go. So I'm hoping this will help me, and hopefully some of you find value in it too. I think I'm all done talking, I hope. Got anything? You heard none of this until just now too, so
Exactly.
welcome.
One of the things in NAC I was noticing the other day, I actually went in to check see if they were doing it yet. They are coming up with in NAC, you'll be able to see your leads. You'll be able to tell if they've gone to a workshop or not. So it opens up a round of communication. You can actually go and see as your leads are coming in, whether or not they go to a workshop, and then you can do an email out to them and say, what did you think of the workshop, or did you enjoy it? You'll be able to tell if they actually attended it or didn't, or made it halfway through it or whatever. But I see it's not in there yet. But the one thing people can be doing with their leads is, remember, they got 6 months in there. And you can actually go down your lead list and you can see they're floating off. Now, we're not allowed to re-register them, but that doesn't mean you can't reach out to them and go, hey, you were here 6 months ago. What happened? Did you not go to the workshop? Maybe
Ship
it's
them.
time to re-register and go to a workshop. As long as they re-register themselves, it's not illegal.
Nope.
So just a note there. There's
Or,
nothing saying you can't send out an email.
Nope, nothing saying that you can't. You pay for that lead, and you are absolutely welcome to reach out to them. The other thing I like to do too, especially as I'm getting lots of comments or messages, is on Tuesday morning. I've got even just some saved replies saved up. That I'll send out a quick saved reply in Messenger to people that I've messaged with, saying, "Hey, just a reminder that tonight is Tuesday, and we still host our workshops twice a week. So make sure you're registered." Like it might have been. Get them back in there. Make sure they're re-registered. It takes nothing to drop someone else's email in there again. Oh well, oops, they're double registered. All right, yep. So I often, anywhere I'm going, I drop it in our website and remind people to register, because you don't. Yeah, it might have been 6 months ago I talked to that person.
And it's
And they've
amazing
reached out again
to
and they
see
haven't.
in the messenger slot how many times you do that over and over again, and it'll be 4 or 5 weeks down the road, and all of a sudden you'll see 3 leads in your bucket because they finally took the chance to register.
Yep. And I didn't do much over the holidays. I was very, very quiet over the holidays. I didn't pester a lot of people. But
cold.
Well, no. It was the holidays. I'm not going to be right, like, and sometimes like you'll get people where they've like blocked you, where you can't send them a new message. It's like, oh, you didn't like me.
Right? Get over it.
That's okay. I mean, you're pretend people on the internet. You're not hurting my feelings. But yeah, no. So we're back into the new year. You bet they all be getting one tomorrow.
Rolly and Magic wasn't open today in Vancouver. I will call them tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm just gonna double up. Like I said, I don't want to lead her in the wrong direction. I want to know what it is all about with the Magic financing. I know there's people using it in the Dream Team. I want to make sure she's understanding it fully.
And so are we.
Yeah. But I will call Vancouver tomorrow. I tried today, but they were closed.
Let's hope it's not one of those places where Magic is as clear as mud.
Thank you.
Sometimes it's hard. I try to get. There's a couple there that speak fairly clearly, but some of them are ladies, and they're really quiet, and they have such an accent. I have such a.
Well, even just policy-wise, sometimes they don't all know the same information. You get some very.
That too.
Right. So yeah, we've got a few people who are like, "Hey, is so and so in today?"
But I've kind of got some mixed stuff from people that I asked, so it's kind of. I just want to make sure that. I know there's some that are dead set against it, and there's some that, whatever. Go for it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Other than that, I didn't have a whole lot to ramble on about these poor folks any more than that. You guys, I really suggest taking the time and spending the time and planning out the best you can what you hope even the next 3 or 4 months look like. I know it's something that I missed out doing last year, and I think maybe got a little sidetracked and didn't know where to go and didn't go anywhere because I didn't know where to go. And that was probably a lot of it. I mean, when you don't have a map, how do you end up anywhere? And so, this year I am intentionally mapping out where I am going. I'm taking all of you along with me, so you better make your maps. If you guys have any questions or want to do any brainstorming or anything, reach out. I'd love to spend the time with you guys. And I appreciate you being here, and Happy New Year, you guys. I cannot wait to see where 2022 takes us as the dream catchers. It is going to be amazing. Ooh, I get to It's a Brian and Shannon. I will send you a credit for some Audible, my friends.
And everybody's got their Audible credits. Stuff.
I think I've got everybody up to date now.
Nobody's missing, or got a gift of some sort.
Yeah, she got some money.
Got some money. Good.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Shannon.
Yes, and I hope,
Danny, if you're still awake, we're there.
I'm here.
Yes, we'll be there in the morning. But, well, I guess it's not your morning, but it'll be our morning.
Yeah, that's fine.
Holidays are over.
And we will be there on time because I'm actually shooting for this time.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot, but that's okay.
I'll message you at that
Oh,
time.
You're probably just about at that time.
oh, it probably is. Yeah. Yeah. You're doing the opposite, but you know what? It's good for your business. So awesome, and congratulations for you. So yeah, I will put out, I think maybe just in the chat, if we could find even a couple of times a week that work for times for
Even
meeting
just a
together.
half an hour or whatever, just to
Yeah.
poke around, get together and stuff.
And
like
I've
that.
absolutely said like Saturday mornings, I'm willing to, see if that works for if more people. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll pop in a few times that people think, or give me a message privately if you think, there's a time really that works well for you. I'd love to know. Because yeah, I'd like to make it work for as many folks as I can. Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, if anybody's got any questions or anything or whatever, or we'll call her a night. Praise good.
Awesome. And Wednesday I did post the info for the mastermind, and it looks to be awesome. So I'm super excited to see all of you there, and I'm really excited to see where the dream team is headed for this next year. Gosh, Mike has some great things in store system-wise, which just means that the longevity of this is never going anywhere as they're building and building. So I'm excited to see where that goes. But I think we're going to have our own app. That's kind of cool.
Everybody's got to have an app.
Yeah. All right, guys. Love you
All right.
all. Have a great night.
Oh, stop.
Have a great night, everyone.
Thank